Fix is about to begin.
Christ, wait, Christ, share it far away.
The Daily Fix is about to begin.
Christ, wait, Christ, share it far away.
The Daily Fix is about to begin.
Christ, wait, Christ, share it far away.
The Daily Fix is about to begin.
Christ, wait, Christ, share it far away.
The Daily Fix makes my image even worse than it is. And I'm already the biggest freak on earth. And you know it.
K Daly rocks! Make America Daily Fix again! Trump Daily!
John, what exactly got you to consider becoming a Republican?
Well, the Daily Fix podcast, of course, it's a no-brainer.
D-A-L-Y to the F-I-X. Party in the mix. 2026. Get the rhythm. You can't resist the show. Everybody knows this is the Daily Fix.
It's the Daily Fix podcast, the most entertaining and most informative, truthful conservative streaming podcast in America. Post it, quote post it, share it out far and wide before we start the show. On air every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Everyone's down with Drax and DCK.
DC, I'm hooked on phonics.
K Daly with 40 years in the political arena, joined by Drax.
We're entering the Strait of Hormuz.
I am Doc Schwab. And the real story behind the headlines. No spin, no scripts, just real talk on DC politics. And what matters to America first, patriots. Standing strong with President Trump and fighters like Ken Paxton. We're here to cut through the noise and deliver the truth. D-A-L-Y to the F-I-X. Party in the mix. 2026. Get the rhythm. You can't resist the show. Everybody knows this is the Daily Fix. I don't love or fake news. I just want my daily.
The other shows ain't got nothing on Drax and K Daly. Not even close.
From the DC trenches, 40 years in the fight. K Daly battled the swamp, brought truth to the light. Hollywood in turn turned DC warrior queen. Now fixing the narrative on the live stream with Drax by her side. Satire, sharp as steel, unfiltered, no scripts. This is how we
I voted no on the ban on transition treatments for kids. But upon the campaign trail for senator, I've walked it back. What do you think of that?
I respectfully decline to answer based upon my rights under the Fifth Amendment.
I plead the fifth.
I walk things back! You welcomed anti-oil activists fighting to end fossil fuel. Now you say eliminating oil and gas would damage Texas. What do you say to that?
I plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Talarico wages war on success, authoring House Bill 2206 in February 2021 to cut emissions 90% by forcing deep reductions in oil and gas production, putting nearly 500,000 Texas energy jobs at risk. How can you walk that back?
Daily Fix. Daily Fix. Daily Fix. Daily Fix. I want my Daily Fix. Daily Fix. Daily Fix. Static in the wire, power in the vein. Plugging in the jack just to numb the brain. 010, yeah, the sequence is right. We're hunting for the signal in the dead of the night. The skyline's glowing like a circuit board. I'm a data string junkie looking for the chord.
Eight o'clock on the East Coast, 5 o'clock at Solier Road, and it's taking the stump down there on Main Street, way out there on the West Coast. Time to get your news served up straight with me and this beautiful lady, DCK. That's right, it's the Daily Fix at 8. You guys know the show is always brought to you by our sponsor over there. That's right, man. Wishing you a fantastic Manic Monday from our team over at Community Notes. Keep your Nexus timeline safe for a better tomorrow. Outstanding. God bless them. Miss Daly. Wow. A lot of people already rolling in the useful tool, the Phantom of the MAGA. Miss Bodie Cole's down there, beast. I think the Joker's in the house. I've seen him around, and all the rest of you, Jersey Boy, Autumn.
Lady V.
Lady V even popping in, man. Always great to see Lady V.
Yeah.
You guys know the routine, right? Share it out far and wide to the friends, your team rooms, the enemies, the bastards that may not like you, the bastards that may unblock you. Go ahead and share it out to them. That's right. Quote it out. And I promise you, me and DCK will tiptoe through the tulips. We will walk backwards through the darkness. We'll even bring the dog. We'll put a leash on it. Walk him through the darkness too. Straight backwards as we repost your quote post. Drive them up to whatever timeline Nikita left us there on X. Blast them all the way out where? That's right, over to Iran. Let's see if those friends of the sand want to lend us a hand if there's anything left of all their land right here tonight on the Daily Fix, man. It's Monday. It's Manic Monday, and we're back, okay?
Yes, we are. There's a lot of news out there. Just like I said on Friday, it's going to be a big news weekend.
It is
Sure
a
was.
big weekend, and we're, I already seen it. Right before I came on, I got this stuff, and it was about Trump, the Supreme Court. They sided with him on these mail-in ballots.
Yeah.
Constantly.
6-3. 6-3. It allows the president to
Right.
to move ahead with implementing some of the key provisions of his executive order that's tightening the rules for mail-in voting. And so he gets to do it, and the USPS is going to only send ballots and return ballots from verified voters.
Right. Let's hear from him because he does say there are some exceptions if you're overseas and whatnot or you're on vacation.
Yeah. Military, absolutely. Military, folks that are voting from overseas, college students who are not, at home, even those who are disabled. But there's usually in early voting, there's a disabled voting provision.
So there's a couple of provisions, but by and large, it's the best option we got. Get rid of this.
Basically. So, I mean, look, the lower court had an injunction that that basically stopped agencies, including the USPS, from carrying out parts of the executive order. That's not going to be the case. Sorry, 6-3.
There you go. From the president of the United States. Good to see Brian O'Shea in the house. Cat. Wow, a lot of people are on there, man. Continue to share it out far and wide. Tell them what? There's no place left to hide.
You read recently in New Jersey where tremendous numbers of people were found out that they were on the voter rolls totally illegally, and that's all over the country. That's nothing compared to what's going on in California and Minnesota and so many other states. And hopefully there will be no mail-in ballots. Mail-in ballots are inherently corrupt, except for illness, disability, military deployment, or travel. If you're in the military, you're far away, absolutely. If you have to go someplace, absolutely. But mail-in ballots have proven to be a disaster. We're the only country in the world that in this form does them. There's no other country in the world because they're crooked. They pass
through the phone, they gave us Joe Biden. The mail-in ballot, that gave you Joe Biden.
Exactly. And that's something that obviously the SAVE Act, would enhance, but it doesn't necessarily mean that this means nothing. Okay. That this is incredibly important. This is one of the key provisions, and, it will help in the midterms. We're going to have a lot to say about the midterms tonight.
Anything helps besides another dump of these things. Remember the 4:00 in the morning one where they came into Michigan? I seen it on my TV. It's a thing that needs to go, and thank God it is going. Look who's down there tonight, Kate. Mr. Ken Walls in the house. Big Boss Walls hanging out with us. And Christian Radio, too. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
What was going on in the Capitol yesterday? We had the Indy car. So it's going to be...
Yes. Okay, this is kind of funny. The head of the IndyCar division of race car driving had tried for years to get a race in Washington, D.C. Something like over 200 times he had asked and been denied.
I wonder why.
Within 15 minutes of asking the president personally, the president had it okayed.
All right,
and it was a great race. Everybody, look, CNN even tried desperately to, find someone in the crowd who would say something nasty about how rotten it was, how awful it was run. They couldn't find anyone, and they said it was a huge success. Even they reluctantly said it. I love it.
Listen to what the president said. CNN, of course, we know is on life support.
And Mr. President, it has taken a lot of people to make this happen. Why was it important to you to bring IndyCar to the streets of D.C.?
Well, Roger told me they've been trying to do it for 20 years, and he'd come down. I think he said he was down 211 times to try and get it done. And when he came to see Trump, it got done in about 15 minutes, and it's turned out to be much bigger than we ever even thought possible. They actually closed the bridges. It's so many people want to come. And I think 350,000, and they closed the bridges. You have a lot of people that want to come. So it's turned out to be, I think, bigger and better. And the weather is beautiful. I was hearing about rain all week long. It's going to rain. It's going to rain. I said, no, it's not. And this is as nice a day as I've seen in Washington in a long time.
Well, you've been to a lot of sporting events in person. What are you most looking forward to about your first IndyCar race here at the Freedom 250?
Just that everyone's safe, they have a good time. The track is wonderful. We were going around the Capitol, but this turned out to be a better track. And so now we see the Capitol. You see it right behind you. And I want everyone to be safe, and I want the people to have a
You want them to be safe. You want them to be safe. Why did they never allow it before? Could they just not get along, and then the president just have to pull the trigger on it the whole time, like Obama done this?
The president was the one who had to make it happen clearly, and they hadn't had anybody supportive of it before. They didn't see the point, but it wrapped in nicely with America 250.
Yeah, but
as an anchor event.
Money though, when they have people come there, they make money. They get a lot of money. So you think they'd be supportive of doing stuff like this? I mean, the UFC went off pretty good when we did it in the White House lawn.
Exactly. But this is a good anchor event. It's one of the closing events for Freedom 250.
Yeah, Freedom 250. All right. Well, I took this clip out for you, Kate. Since you like to see when the birds fly in.
Yes.
The Eagles. Ready, guys? He's in there.
No, I can't help it. I love the bald eagle. I can't.
Yeah, it was a UFC one. You like the bald eagle flying in?
Yes, I did. I still like the bald eagle.
Is that the same eagle that came in? Do we know?
I don't know.
We'll have to look that up. Somebody
You have
grabbed.
a name tag.
Is it the same eagle, or did they grab another one out of the?
What do you think?
Oh my!
It's the same one. No.
All right. So, in the end of this event, let's take a listen to the winner here. Kirkwood took the first place.
To tell our audience how you feel right now.
Well, first of all, thank you guys so much for having me on. I mean, it hasn't really settled in yet, right? Like, I won the race, I get out of the car, I see President Trump sitting there cheering me on. As a proud American, that's a pretty big deal to have the president cheering you on. Nothing else like it, right? But that was not an easy race. 147 laps is about double the distance that we typically do on street courses like this, and it's about 90 degrees outside. The humidity is pretty high. You can expect about 30 degrees hotter in one of the cockpits of one of these Indy cars, so than the ambient temperature is. So it was brutally hot for us. It was physical. It was hard. It was bumpy. We had everything thrown at us, but fortunate to come home with the win.
Always good to get the W. Always good to get the W.
I mean, literally, they did have problems. America, weather can be changeable, especially in the swamp. And it had rained the day before, so even the practice runs were not optimal. But an American from Florida took the trophy, and it was a very successful, very fun event, and people got to go all weekend and see the practice runs, the qualifying runs, and all of that. What folks don't know, I used to look at NASCAR in particular and say they're just going around a track. It is physically so demanding.
It was burning up in there, hot day.
It's hot. I mean, literally, you are covered in sweat by that. People lose several pounds when they're driving, those distances at those speeds. I mean, you're talking about quite a physical demand on the body, and the Indy cars are no different. It's the same thing, but several 100,000 people went to go see this race. And it was a huge success. There were no incidents. The president did the pace car at the beginning in the Beast, the presidential limousine. It was great. And then he did the green flag, signaling go. And then he did,
How long did
he gave the trophy to the winner. What? I know you're all excited.
It takes a lot of time to lay the track all the way around DC.
I was surprised at where they went. I know exactly where the track was laid out. That took a lot of doing. But, Sean Duffy, Department of Transportation, did their job.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
What are you doing? He's getting all upset. He wanted to drive an Indy car, didn't you?
My goodness. All right.
Yeah. He had his adventures, though, this weekend. He went out on a boat for the first time.
So you wore the little guy out.
Totally. Well, except he's got the zoomies right now.
Adopted, took him to an island, had a weekend on a boat. All of us could only be a dog. All right, rock and roll. Moving on through. This was in my newspaper this morning. I thought it genuinely serious. I mean, so Tallarico, the guy down there in Texas taking on Paxton, he's saying that Muslims love Jesus.
Oh, God. His theology is so upside down and backwards. Yeah.
He's the Democratic frontrunner down there in Texas. Let's take a look.
Christians and Muslims and Jews all worship the same God. Muslims love Jesus. They love Moses and Abraham. We are all branches on the same tree as the Abrahamic faith. And so it's heartbreaking to watch extremists, whether they are Christian nationalists or whether they're the Taliban or Al-Qaeda, perverting these beautiful traditions that have so much in common to attack others and consolidate their own power.
That's a good statement, Muslims love Jesus.
So I wonder if that would mean that he would be for the Epic Center and, all of these Muslim city takeovers. I'll bet he would be, wouldn't you think?
Well, the vote's there for him. He knows that in Texas because they harbor these people. So
yes, but at the same time, as we will see in another clip coming up later, all is not well in the in Tallarico's campaign.
It's Neverland with these people. Neverland.
No, but please understand, it is time for them to release the funds and literally get this show on the road. People are starting to pay attention, and things are settling in terms of impressions. And so, we've got the money. Spend it.
Yeah.
RNC, spend it, Trump Inc., spend it, NRCC, spend it, NRSC. It is time. It's beyond time. And you've got folks here who are working incredibly hard out here on these midterms, but we need the boost of that money to get the message out in places like Michigan, in Ohio, in Iowa, in Georgia, in North Carolina, and most of all, in the great state of Texas. They can't spend in Texas, y'all. They don't have the money. So,
well, somebody has money that is putting together this project. This is a clip about the T-shirts that are being made of the Muslims love Jesus.
Beware Christians. From London to Texas, a dangerous and well-funded campaign is spreading across the West, seeking to deceive believers into thinking that the Jesus of the Bible is the same as the Isa of Islam. They are pouring millions into glossy billboards, t-shirts, and high-tech Islamic recruitment videos, trying to convince Christians that Muslims love Jesus too.
So as you guys can see, I love Jesus because I'm Muslim. This is our first line of merch that we have released. Because our program is da'wah, which is inviting, educating non-Muslims Americans about Islam. One of the biggest misconceptions in our society, particularly in the West, is that people don't understand about our love for Jesus Christ, peace be upon him.
I love Jesus because I'm a Muslim. Before I was a Muslim.
It's more like I'm tired, right? That's propaganda campaign. Right.
Yeah.
In its greatest form right there. I mean,
exactly. I mean, look, when I went
heads with this is totally against what these people are.
Yeah, in the 90s, okay, I went and visited with a Muslim group in Houston, Texas. And they tried to convince me that they believed that Jesus was just a wonderful prophet, blah, blah. Same messaging, same language. I didn't buy it then. I don't buy it now. Now, please understand, that's not the only op going on out there. Look into, for those of you who have concerns about data centers, for instance, do you know how much foreign money is involved in stoking fear on that front? Wonder why. Could it be because China wants to get ahead of us technologically wise? Look, if you guys like AI, if you want AI, if you are okay with AI, it's coming no matter what.
It's a necessary evil. Whether you like it, even if you see it as evil, it's a necessary evil, even if you don't like it. China's
exactly.
Russia's.
And then look, let American ingenuity cook. Okay. Do you know that way back when electricity was first being installed into homes? Go back and look at some of the articles back in those days. It said, that it was going to kill us all, electricity in our homes. When the telephone first started, oh, that's going to kill us too. Yep, that's horrible. And now we have in our hands the entire Library of Congress. All right. Let American ingenuity cook on that.
Change.
There's a whole new methodology of data centers in buoys in the ocean using wave power and solar power to then send it up to the satellites and get it to the AI chips themselves. That's remarkable. Let them cook.
Yeah. Well, like the president said, China, they're in this game. We have to stay in the game with them neck and neck. I mean, you cannot let them get ahead. If AI gets to our infrastructure and all that stuff, we're doomed.
They control it. They control us. And that's not a good thing. You have druthers about TikTok. Wait till you get a load of what they can do with AI.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not okay in any sense of the word. So, look,
it is evil. We have
to let American technology cook and do what it does. Okay, we've made our druthers known about electricity and water and all of that, and they're solving those problems. Let it go with that, because otherwise, I mean, Drax, literally, what you're talking about is staying in the Stone Ages in terms of technology.
Because people fear change all the time. They feared the internet when it came around. They knew it was going to get big. Look where we're at now with it. But with all these data centers, they're a necessary evil, even if you see them as evil. I mean, and could there be possibilities of side effects of them years down the road?
Absolutely.
We won't know till we get there, but we can can't afford to let China or one of our enemies get ahead of us in this AI race.
No, we can't. And so that's, look, I understand the concerns. I know it's an 80-20 issue right now, but that's because some very well-funded messaging has gone on.
Yeah.
Ryan
O'Shea, remember Y2K? I do remember that. When everybody
right?
the computers were going to set back on us and all that. We all waited around till midnight, and guess what? Nothing happened. I still had to go to work the next day. I remember that.
Yep, exactly. And some people were spending on their credit cards, thinking it'll be totally wiped out.
I was still working at the Sam's Club back then. We sold pallets of water and tissue, everything they could get in there and get their hands on, because the world was coming to an end at midnight.
I know.
Every
I know.
power grid might go down, all that at midnight.
I know. Hospitals, airplanes, technology and defense. Yeah. Great. Look. Oh, here we go.
Hate is the enemy, people. Hate is the enemy, not these people.
Yeah, United Methodist. God bless them.
I wonder why I skip most Sundays.
I thought you were a Lutheran.
I know. I wouldn't go to that one, but even mine, I bet they're the same. I quit going to the Lutheran church and they're flying the rainbow flag. It's confusing.
Well, there you go. Of course.
I was with a friend of mine. I was like, yeah, we'd seen a beautiful Lutheran church, right? Beautiful Lutheran church. And I pointed over and said, yeah, those are my people. They had this huge rainbow flag hanging off the front of it, right? I didn't see that till we got to round of the thing. And he looked over, he goes, yeah, of course, Drax, those are your people. Oh, it pissed me off. It was years ago. I should get over and go back on Sunday.
Poor Eunice. I feel for Eunice in all this. I can't help it.
All right, moving on through. Spencer Pratt on deck. It takes a swing at Candace Owens, our good buddy. Let's take a look.
I love it.
Scrolling through Mommy Sleuth TikTok is an exercise in pure insanity. Whatever this woke social media blob has done to the modern mind, it's gone far beyond internet sleuthing, and it's spawned an entire generation of hollow-out, depraved crazies. What about all the goblins celebrating the communists who shot Charlie Kirk? You have insane influencers making a fortune off shamelessly exploiting his death, tying themselves in knots with the most convoluted Rube Goldberg bullshit explanations to try and deny something we all saw in 4K and wish we didn't. It was an exploding mic.
And he had a rigged microphone.
And they timed it precisely to the millisecond with the fake gunshot from the patsy.
The shaped charge was actually supposed to hit him in the chest.
There were Jews hiding under the grass. It was French special forces. Just the craziest, most unhinged shit imaginable. And people believe it. Anything but what actually happened. Anything but the most obvious, straightforward explanation. The woke communists you saw on camera who have prints on the rifle killed an anti-communist leader because communists are violent lunatics. That's it. We have a communist violence problem, but psychos on the internet have made an entire cottage industry around denying and exploiting it.
We're not morons.
But what's so much worse than these crazy conspiracies is how it drives people to abandon their basic human decency. It goes from just asking questions to demonizing a grieving widow, celebrating her husband's violent death. It's so much worse than just absolving the actual murderer and trying to sabotage the trial. These people have a bloodlust. What have you become when you celebrate an assassination like this? I don't care what your politics are. This was a father, a loving husband. You know, I was in DC in an interagency meeting when that communist shot Charlie. I was there advocating for the Palisades, trying to get things done to help us rebuild when everyone's phones started buzzing. Now, I never knew Charlie, but some of the president's cabinet members were with us, agency heads, people who were friends with Charlie and had worked with him for years, and they were devastated. It was one of the most grotesque and shocking moments I've ever seen in American history, but the reactions that followed were far more grotesque and reveal a sad report on where we are as a country. Teachers mocking his death, drag queens putting on assassination fashion shows. Who are these demons? What have we allowed ourselves to become? We have been so thoroughly demoralized, I fear that we can't get any lower. These things have fried our brains. Politicians have become full-time influencers and utter clowns, gesture gooning instead of campaigning. We dress like slobs. We shrug away drug addicts defiling themselves on our streets. We celebrate murders and lawlessness with alacrity. We have no dignity anymore, and I don't know how we get it back.
Wow. Got a point there, too. Something we all seen in 4K color. An image we can't get out of our mind's eye.
I mean, look, Spencer is not wrong. It's an entire cottage industry that's been made. Candy Owens herself makes hundreds of thousands of dollars, up to $1 million a month. Okay? And this is making her continue with it and doubling down with the lunacy. And it's unfortunate.
How many people just buy into this? I mean, and it's got big. It's grown in the last year to an extraordinary amount of numbers.
Too many people are falling for this con. That's all it is a con. And they have no experience in the areas in which they're pontificating, which fine, you're more than welcome to have an opinion. However, when it interferes with a case, either the investigation or the prosecution of a case, that's where the problems really begin. How many potential jurors on this trial of Tyler Robinson are going to be secretive Candyland supporters?
That's
How
just
many?
spooky to think about.
I know. Think about it. All it takes is one, and that's what they're sort of hoping for during the voir dire.
It confuses me how people can get so confused on and the guy was right. We've seen it in 4K color. It's an image we can't get burned out of our heads. JFK, I understand, man. You had a guy in a book suppository. We had some crazy film for years, that's black and white, but this was pretty much in color. I remember where I was sitting, and everybody was shocked. All right. And I mean, that kid did it for his tranny lover, and then he was probably radicalized over on the Discords or something like so. That's
exactly. Look, that may be the only, group of folks who are part of this so-called conspiracy that Candy's part of. Great, wonderful. We'll get to them later. Frankly, what bothers me the most are people who have all of a sudden become DNA experts, who all of a sudden become ballistics experts when they've never fired a gun in their lives. Those who are saying things like, it should have blown his head off, have never shot a 30-06 with a soft tip bullet in their lives.
At 2 a.m. in the morning, everybody's an expert on X spaces. I even know myself. I am. By 3:30, I know it all.
I know my limitations, and I will tell you when I don't know. And if I don't know, I don't know, but I'll for darn sure find out. And I will find the truth. I'm not going to play this game of not bringing you guys the truth. I respect you too much.
This issue has really driven a stake of division in the party.
It has, and that's kind of the purpose now, isn't it? Remember, we were just talking about well-funded messaging?
Yeah. Well, this one's been well-funded, well-treated. I mean, candid. Because of the freedom of speech, she can say whatever she wants. And that's a danger sometimes when you can.
Yeah, you can. Now, I can give you a little piece of information that was thrown over the transom earlier today. I got a bunch of questions today about people leaving the administration, Drax, and like Ed Martin, folks like that. This happens every 2 years. I mean, this is why being a real estate agent in Washington, D.C. is very lucrative every 2 years, because people leave. And they're leaving now before the midterms, not because they are sold on the idea that we will lose the House. What are you doing? But because because just in case, let's say we do lose the House, that means you've got to hire a bunch of attorneys. You're going to have, all these expenses. You are more valuable before the midterms come down. And so that's why they're leaving now, and you're seeing a spate of folks who are leaving, like Ed Martin. Ed Martin, who is the pardon attorney. Now, he had probably one of the toughest jobs by a long shot, and he wasn't given full power to do what he needed to do. But he needs to go take care of his family right now, because if we do lose the House, ladies and gentlemen, understand, there's going to be an awful lot of folks hiring a whole lot of very expensive attorneys out there, because that's what the cost is of being involved now. But my suggestion is it's not a big deal. It doesn't mean that they think that they're going to, lose the House, but it's a possibility. A lot of these redistricting districts, these new districts, were based on Trump numbers, not necessarily just general Republican numbers. I know why that was the case. because they want to have the most America First candidates win in those districts. Kind of important. So even if Trump is not at the top of the ticket, we're looking for America First MAGA type of candidates. So that's my little piece of information for you guys today. People leaving in the administration is absolutely frickin' normal right now. It happens, for all kinds of different reasons. You're going to find all kinds of folks really.
Like a turnover rate. Look, Patriot Nola wanted to move your name tag so she could. Look, so I just went ahead and found the picture I was sending Winston. Kay sends about 30 of these a day like she had a new baby.
Yes, that was him after coming off the boat, very tired, very windblown, exhausted. His first boat ride. It was a whole thing.
Wow.
He's now passed out on the table here.
He is tuckered out. Continue to share it out far and wide. Tell him there's no place left to hide. Let's hear again from Mr. Tallarico, but this time let's hear him what his feelings are about the SAVE Act. I thought this was a trip.
I know.
In that voter suppression bill, it's still an immoral, anti-American, anti-democratic bill, one that I hate with every fiber of my being. But I knew that my job as a member of the minority is to do harm mitigation. And so by coming back, we were able to remove some of the worst parts of the bill, the ban on souls to the polls, the provisions that would make it easier to overturn the election, taking some of these federal penalties, these felony penalties, and bringing them down to misdemeanors, requiring that these poll watchers, who I don't think should be in the polling place at all, but if they're going to be there, we were able to ensure that they at least have mandated election code training so that they don't have an excuse of saying they didn't know the election code before they bought it.
They don't have any excuse. He does not like the SAVE Act. He does not want that, Kay. Shocker.
He doesn't like the SAVE Act. That move that Paxton made, putting his campaign on the line, is a lot of what got Paxton through the primary. And so,
did you see what Jason said? He looks like the guy in Mad Magazine, Alfred E. Newman.
right? He does. He does. He looks like he's about 12 years old, and there's something about the hair that really wigs me out. A lot of ick. A lot of ick there.
An overgrown Chucky doll.
But he doesn't even want poll watchers, y'all.
Why?
He doesn't
weird. Come on.
want poll watchers. That's nuts. I mean, do you understand how far left this character is? But there's good news in the campaign beyond the fact that there's going to be a midterm convention going on. The president's going to come and raise money for Paxton. He's going to, draw attention to the race. Good things. People are now getting back to school, getting back to all of that. And so now they can focus on things like this. This is where the fall run for the checkered flag begins. So it's going to be a packed couple of months. If I look a little haggard coming into late October, that's why.
It's going to be a packed couple of months because up next we got the leader of the Democratic Party who's going to step into a role of
oh God, do we have to?
These United States. Without a doubt, baby. It's Alexandria
I apologize.
Cortez.
Brace yourself. A new bombshell has entered the villa.
I'm Alexandra, but you can call me AOC. I'm 36, from the Bronx. I'm feisty, and yes, I'm also a congresswoman. I was engaged, but let's just say he was a bit of a loser. So I froze my eggs, and now I'm ready to have some fun and find my man. Real talk, I've got my eyes on JD. He's the finest man in this villa. Totally my type. I just don't know if I can get past his politics. Zoran, I'm obsessed. I heard he's opening his own government grocery store too. Maybe I can be his little snack. Abdul's a total short king. He doesn't seem to love the Jews, but I don't mind. Look, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to find a hot guy who'll be my ride or die. Maybe he'll even make a great running mate.
Now we're looking forward to the future of their party.
Wow. That's a whole lot of nope. God help us. The movie Idiocracy really has become a documentary. Drax, my darling.
Up to that, mind you, first thing I thought of was Kay's got to see this.
Yeah.
What's to come before 28, Kay? Who knows?
No. Look, I will do everything in my power in my world to stop her where she begins. But all any thinking 3-digit IQ above room temperature person has to do is listen to her for about 10 minutes to realize she hasn't the slightest idea what she's talking about half the time. She just babbles incoherently. It's a whole lot of no. Blech.
The front,
Now,
she's still the front runner. You got to give the girl kudos, from a bar in the Bronx or wherever the hell she was to the Capitol Hill, and now to the front runner.
it ain't a log cabin, okay? I'm not exactly impressed. All right. So there's someone in the chat who actually said that the only way Democrats can win is by cheating. No, not necessarily the truth. If they have a gerrymandered district, they don't need to cheat. If their district is drawn, if those lines are drawn for 20 points towards the D's rather than the R's, they don't have to cheat. They don't have to. They barely have to get out there and campaign. Now, that's why redistricting was so important, to reverse a lot of that gerrymandering and to dilute the very gerrymandered districts that they've been getting away with for years and years and years. It isn't always cheating. Okay. Also, it is us not doing our job. If every one of you in the chat does not have right now a text list, an email list, combination of both, and you're not getting strong message points and messaging out to your friends, your associates, your church, your work, whoever, then we aren't doing our job fully. That's what I need each and every one of you to do. Trusted relationships are the best way to deliver messaging.
Strong messaging. There you go. Islam is Christophobic.
Oh, God.
All
Yes,
it's
true.
My friends, people, there's my strong messaging. Commit it to memory. Commit that to memory.
I have too many allergies to deal with this crap. First, I have to deal with AOC, then I have to deal with Islam. God, my allergies are going nuts today, you guys.
To do it. Somebody has to do it. And for all you say, to the AOC campaign that might be watching, we're still trying to get her on as a guest. Ignore the chat. They're lovely people. They're usually nice. All right.
Yeah, right. No, we aren't trying to get her on as a guest. You really want to see her torn apart?
I'm trying to handle the booking on that end. Maybe I'll have Buck come in and help out that day.
Yeah. Why don't I come in and tear her apart for you?
That's what we don't need. We're trying to build bridges, Kay. Build bridges.
Not with her.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, we're definitely not going to build bridges with the next clip. This guy threatens to kill kids, now out of jail, walking amongst us. Don't you people feel safe? Continue to share it out.
Man accused of threatening to kill students at 5 different schools is now out of jail. Here's a closer look at the map. CMPD says Drew Owens laid out mass shooting plans for a few elementary, middle, and high schools. Channel 9's Glenn Counts spoke to some parents who say they're scared to send their kids to school this week.
At 11:30 Saturday morning, Drew Owens walked out of the Mecklenburg County Jail. Now, a lot of parents are telling us they are looking over their shoulders.
Like, is he going to show up at one of the schools? It's not good.
This woman speaks for a lot of parents who live in the community house area. She is so afraid that she doesn't want her face shown.
I'm not going to feel at ease. I'm not going to pretend like it's okay.
A year and a half ago, Drew Owens threatened to shoot up 5 CMS schools: Garinger, West Charlotte, Audrey Kell Community House, and Hawk Ridge. He was arrested. The community was outraged by his $10,000 bond, so another judge raised it to $200,000 secured. That was last February. But in May, another judge reduced the amount to $75,000 secured, low enough so that Owens could pay the bondsman's fee.
In this situation, it's confusing because he had a $200,000 bond. He's clearly a public safety threat. So what took the threat level down?
There is not an answer to that question in the court paperwork. Neighbors in the subdivision where Owens grew up claim that he threatened, intimidated, and harassed them, and they are scared.
It's really unnerving. For some of us, we live in the area where he knows people. And it's just not positive. It's scary.
One of the questions neighbors have is, how did Owens manage to bond out? According to a document handwritten by him, he had a 401k. We don't know if that's where the money came from.
He's out, and that's it. And the rest of us have to deal with it. And teachers have to go to school on Tuesday and deal with it.
In case you are wondering, Drew Owens is on electronic monitoring and he has been ordered to stay away from the schools. At the Mecklenburg County Jail,
Well, it appears he didn't do it, right? They just caught him in the plot to do it.
Paging Jason, 3D response.
He cashed out his retirement to get his bond. It's a hard situation for the people that have to, are thinking about it. Wow. What do you think, Kay?
Well, I think, Jason's 3D response system ought to be in every school.
Well,
then we wouldn't have this problem. Now, would we? No, we wouldn't.
Yeah. So he's out on, they said he's got a tether on, the ankle bracelet, the tether.
Great. I care. No, sorry. Violent threats like that shouldn't be let out on bond. Again, judges, people.
Or is
they're elected or appoint them. Judges.
Yeah, you did that, instead of getting out, you think they'd be send them somewhere to get some help for even saying something.
I know.
Crazy.
I know. Meanwhile, Jason's arguing in the chat whether or not he said hi to someone. Jason, I'm talking to you.
They don't care about it. Yeah, I don't think the ankle bracelet's going to
it's not going to hold him at all. Sorry. Not remotely.
Muslims furious for mistakenly eating pork. Dearborn Public Schools served pepperoni pizza to students at O.L. Smith Middle School during Ramadan. Over an 8-day period from February 23rd to March 5th, the district mistakenly served 206 portions of pizza containing pepperoni made with both beef and pork. The pepperoni was not halal certified. Yeah, trouble down there. Trouble. Wow.
Okay. What about all the Jewish students who've gone to school for decades and decades to get kosher meals?
Yeah, they had a special kosher meal.
Did they? Did they really?
I don't know.
Not in every school district. I don't think so.
My school was eating a nugget like anybody else.
Come off it. No. Now Jason's in big trouble with Lisa. This is getting good in the chat.
Stuff tastes good, bacon tastes good. It does. But I bet those parents were devastated when they found out the news. What does it mean? I mean, throw me a curveball. Okay? What does it mean when they eat it on it? Like,
supposedly they're unclean animals.
Okay. Does that mean they got to do a cleansing? I mean, what do they got? What happens? Like, oh shit, I ate the pig. Are they cursed then forever? Is it where?
I don't think so. It's not like getting a tattoo. Look, if you get a tattoo, you cannot be buried.
Moon phase or some shit. What is the deal with it?
No, you can't be buried in a Jewish, cemetery if you have a tattoo. Huh.
Well,
it's true. I mean, that's why the Germans put their tattoos on the Holocaust survivors' arms.
Those kids ate the pig. So what happens now? Do they turn at midnight into like gremlins? I mean, what the hell happens to them? If it, because I mean, what if you're like, I had a Muslim friend, I fed him some pork. I didn't mean to. I told him it was something different.
It's just a rule, Drax.
Well, they apparently stomped all over that rule. So I wonder we'll have to look that up. Somebody, Grok, what is the repercussions of eating pork when you're not supposed to religiously?
It's just a rule. It's an Old Testament rule. It's part of the Torah. It's part of the Muslim faith.
That's a harsh rule when there's good barbecue out there. That's a harsh rule.
Well,
if I was them, I would live with that sin.
Let's just say that, Lisa's right. The Jewish people made it work. They didn't have to have special treatment. Exactly. They might have brought their lunch from home.
They made it work. They had it kosher. We know what they did. They had their own hot dogs, the whole 9 yards.
And they're good, too.
Kay likes them. You should try a Kogel one up in Michigan. Okay, here we go. Speaking of Michigan, we're moving on into the streets of Flint, Michigan. I think I partied with a lady a couple nights. Let's take a look.
We have a state to save, Michigan. My name is Cynthia Haynes, and I'm a resident of Flint, Michigan. I was a Democrat for 37 years. I left the party. I've been an independent for about 3 years. I got to go for morals. And see, that's one thing I like about Mike Rogers. He's talking about faith, family, and finances. His character is amazing. His wife, Christy, is amazing. And he's just so honest. And I told him, I'm like, when I talk with Mr. Rogers, I'm like, look, Mr. Rogers, hey, I need for you to be gangster, to go in there and get this. I need for you to be real 100 in my community. He is just so authentic, and he's a man of God, and I love it. My name is Cynthia Haynes. I'm from Flint, and I'm with Mike Rogers because he will get to work for neighborhoods like mine. Let's get to work.
She should stay home. Somebody's got to get to work for the neighborhoods of Flint. They look like a demilitarized zone.
Do you know her?
I think I partied with her a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
In a different life.
Yeah, it was a different life. No, I'm glad to see she's supporting Mike Rogers because it's the Black community that is really, as one pastor said to the Dearborn City Council, borne the cost.
Yeah, but you can see what she said. She was a Democrat, but more now
Yes.
they're more independents now up there, looking for a home to go to, a party that they could understand.
Well, we need to give them a reason to come over. Okay, when Trump isn't at the top of the ticket, we have to give them a reason to vote for us. It has to go beyond school choice. It has to go beyond other things. That's why I think we made a real mistake not doing criminal justice reform this year.
I'm telling you, if you told the people of Flint you're going to help improve the neighborhoods and communities down there, that would go a long way for the Michigan voter.
Improve how?
I don't know. Okay, do something. Plant a new tree. The last one got stolen.
Darn.
All right, man. Mike Rogers, who's kicking it off against the Muslim here running, he had a little shindig last night. They looked enthused. They looked enthused. Is that how they normally look? Okay? Is that how they normally look when they're excited for Mike Rogers?
The fact that people showed up, that's a good sign. Okay, they didn't have to show up.
Yeah, they trucked in 4 nursing homes and said, "Get in there and fill the buckets." We need to see more enthusiasms.
Yeah, well, that's.
You'll have to say, instead of sending me to Dearborn with a walking stick, why don't you send me to the Mike Rogers event? Because I can try to get those people to have a little more enthusiasm.
I didn't know you wanted to go.
Yeah, I'll have to go to one of those because I mean, right now they look like people that just need to have their blood pressure checked. Look like they're in line at a Walgreens.
Okay, that's what party events look like. I hate to say
Get a
it.
hold of the Mike Rogers campaign and tell them Phantom MAGA could have made that crowd come to life, and then we could put it on the show.
Oh my God.
That's just no my.
I'm thinking about Phantom MAGA addressing the crowd.
Well, he could just make them cheering or something, not look like they're in line at a Walgreens for their blood pressure. You said AI was the way of the future, Kay, with these campaigns. Not if we don't use it.
Who says he's not?
No, I think it is the way of the future, but not with a crowd sitting there looking like that. Looked like they hauled in 3 nursing homes. They're sitting there bored. I mean, I want to see them going nuts like a Trump rally. There's Mike Rogers, son of a gun.
Mike Rogers is many things. He's not Donald Trump.
What they should have done, they should have had somebody at least going through there saying, "Anybody want a beer, peanuts?" I mean, that would have made them jump. I seen I seen them busting these kind of people down at a Tigers game. They got no problem jumping out of the seat then if it's beer and peanuts walking by.
This ought to interest you guys. For those who cannot stand AIPAC, Mike Rogers' campaign specifically told AIPAC to stay out of Michigan. To stay out of the Michigan race, it's not going to be helpful in this particular campaign season. So there goes $30 million that was going to be spent there. But he's right.
AIPAC, right? You had to register my head as CPAC. I'm like, don't keep it out of Michigan. It'd be closer to drive.
AIPAC is the American Israeli PAC. Okay? American. These are American Jews. It's not foreign. And it's about 167 on the power rankings of lobbyists. And they spend more money with Dems typically than Republicans.
So he told them to stay out of Michigan.
Yeah, Mike Rogers' campaign said, nope. So, just saying.
No. A lot of people seem to like him. People want some old Americano back in Michigan. I just hope I hope they get there. I hope this state actually does something.
Well, it looks good. It looks good.
We got Abdul. He wants in.
I know he does, but he's got an albatross around his neck with the things he said, just like Tallarico. We just have to get that message out. Like I said, if you do not have a text list or an email list right now where you're sending out information on candidates, we're not doing our job.
Something like so. Send it to your friend. Put it in your email list.
It's true.
It is so true.
True.
All right, moving on through. Continue to share it out far and wide. Tell them there's no place left to hide. This is an idea for a sponsorship, and I saw this in my newspaper, and damn,
Oh no.
I want one.
Midnight circus, heartbeat in the mix. Turn it on live. DJ Daly Fix. On the rhythm, can't resist the play. Just one more hit up. Daly Fix.
That's a Halloween idea to stick in your home, have it facing out the garage. That'd be awesome. Didn't have that.
Halloween's gotten weird.
Okay, you were saying we needed data centers earlier for that kind of technology. We're going to need more.
That's AI. Okay.
I don't know. I'm probably an illusion or something, but if we can get those to do here on the Fix and sell them, I think we'd be a hit for Halloween. Those would sell beautifully in the heartlands.
Okay. And you're going to do what? Tell them that my birthday is on Halloween? Is that how you're going to get them to sponsor?
I mean, wow, I think, who wouldn't want one of those? Your grandkids come over, they're walking up the driveway, you have a demon chase out the garage. That'd be awesome.
Gotcha. Okay.
The pumpkin. Check this out, okay?
Midnight circus, heartbeat in the mix. Turn it on live. DJ Daly Fix. Can't resist the play.
Only in America. Only in America.
I thought you said it was Michigan.
I'm not for sure if that one is Michigan. Not for sure.
Driving upside down, yeah. That's kind of cool. Well, it would make sense if it's Michigan, car country.
Wow. They built it upside down. Kind of like it's kind of
Kind of like the state.
Yeah, kind of like Michigan. All right, rock and roll. As we move on through, this is where is it Hassan Piker?
Yes.
This was national news, but I grabbed just the clip. I guess he's telling the Jews they better beware of themselves and they better watch what they're doing.
Yes.
And you want to know why? Because people don't fuck with Israel any longer. And if Jews in America keep putting this idea out there that they are singularly invested in Israel, eventually someone's going to come around and take action, not against the state of Israel, mind you, but against American Jews. Okay? We're teaching people the wrong lesson. I don't know how people don't recognize how dangerous this predicament is, how dangerous this is for Jews. You're running around basically tying your entire identity to a country that inevitably will be seen as basically Jewish ISIS. And you're saying, as Jews, this is all we care about. You're making anti-Semitism work.
No, Mr. Piker.
Israel. He's upset that they're standing up for Israel, thinks they should just be American Jew.
Hassan, darling, come closer. Come here. Hassan, come here. Let me tell you something, buddy. If anything, you, sir, are making anti-Semitism the norm. And you're doing it among an entire generation who has not learned history or economics or civics. You are the cause of an awful lot of issues and strife. You, sir, you're the mouthpiece for everything that is anti-American. Everything. And Mr. Piker, I hope you have some really, really great attorneys. Because from what I hear, your little jaunt down to Cuba with Medea Benjamin is going to become a real thorn in your side pretty quick.
Yeah, he did hang out down to Cuba.
Oh, he did. He did. And yeah, that is not kosher.
Yeah.
To use the word.
Everybody always gets into it down in Cuba. Nixon kind of hid from his Cuba activity where he met Johnny Roselli.
That was different.
Yeah, but everybody always seems to go to Cuba for some dark reason. They always get in trouble for it.
I know. So I hope that he has a lot of really highly paid attorneys right now because, yeah, what a shame. What a shame. And then in the next breath at an event, he makes fun of Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Yeah,
that's cute, Hassan. That's real cute.
He's caught a lot of backlash for that too. I mean,
and he should.
Yeah,
it's sick. There's no way. If I disagree with someone politically, I would never be okay with their assassination. Never, ever. I mean, sick.
Yeah, they're recreating it. We've seen that done with Trump too. where they
It's
recreate
disgusting.
stages and stuff.
Disgusting. They're fomenting violence, and they're okaying it. They're giving permission for violence, and it's not okay.
Yeah, it's sad. All right, you guys, moving on through. What's up with Right Side Rebel? Okay, she's out there asking people about voting.
Yeah, she did an investigation, I believe, in Oregon. I could be wrong. About some questionable voters on the voting roll.
That's right, man. Everybody quit cheating out there.
You know, there's a few fraudulent cases on this. There's a couple, more than a couple cases that we have found. There's cases involving fraudulent voting and illegal voting. So you actually have people registered that are in a Callahan Court memory care facility. And we found 4 people total. One person has physically got the ballot, but those people are incapable of voting. And so it's illegal for them to even receive the ballots. And
where does it say that?
So I actually have the paperwork on my phone, which I'll be glad to show you after this. But it is illegal for them to be voting. And these people are registered, and they're registered underneath you. They are in a memory care facility.
So I have to have input from the voter that tells me that they don't want to have the right to vote any longer. I and you and him cannot take away that person's right to vote. And until I have documentation that says that they are not allowed to receive a ballot, I have to continue to send it to them by law.
Okay, yeah, they're in a memory care facility, and it is illegal, you know, by the law. So I just obviously talked to Dan, and we came across the spot where I brought up the illegal voting, where people in a memory care facility were voting. But here's the thing that we have uncovered is for those people, out of the 4 of those people, 1 is only able to vote, and the rest of the 3, they don't even receive physical ballots, but somehow they're still voting, right?
Yes. So in the Constitution, in the Oregon State Constitution, Article 2, Section 3, it talks about they do have a right to vote unless they've been adjudicated incompetent to vote. And that means that they do have to go through the court system. Now, the memory care facility is their guardianship, and that memory care facility in particular they circled one specific name. The other 3 people that voted, that their names were on that list. She said the only person that gets a ballot is that circled name, and that was Janice Peterson. She's the only one on that list that they call in and they get a ballot, because they are not allowed to receive ballots at that memory care facility because most of them are adjudicated incompetent to vote.
Yeah, and somehow those 3 people are voting.
Yes.
Somehow, even though they do not receive physical ballots, they do not get their ballots, somehow they're still voting. So who's stealing their identity? Who's voting for them?
A good question by Right Side Rebel. They can just call in. Are they just making a decision like, when their mind went blank, they were still a Republican or still a Democrat?
I mean, look,
They're making decisions for a voter like they do on the Supreme Court towards the end.
The SAVE Act only does so much, y'all. And it's stripped down to a point where it only does so much. These are the kinds of things we need to keep working on. And that goes to every state, because states run elections by and large. And so, but they're right about the constitutional principle here. Until they go through the courts and are determined to be incompetent, then they can't strip someone of their right to vote just because. That's not okay. But yeah, I mean, look, this is a whole lot of cheating going on at nursing homes. If any of you volunteer at a nursing home, work at a nursing home, watch out for this and report it. Harmeet Dillon is all over this sort of thing, and it's just going to take some time, y'all. Just going to take some time. It's been going on for quite some time, like before I was even born. So it's going to take some time to undo all of it. But if you guys volunteer at a nursing home, work at a nursing home, watch for this sort of thing, because their vote is essentially being stolen. which is a constitutional violation.
Exactly. Their brains turned off. Don't let them vote. Keep an eye out. Okay. Yep. All right. Okay, this one I skipped through it earlier, but I want to show you that this is a picture of the wood, the beaver taking the wood across.
Oh my gosh!
I believe it's the same damn beaver that sits out my window to go into that tree.
Oh, now you have a beaver.
Yeah, I told you I have a wildlife show outside the window here.
Look at that guy. He's holding up the whole road.
Beaver with a tree. Oh my god.
He's working hard. Don't rush him.
Everyone's just waiting. I love it.
Made it. Good job, buddy.
I've been saying we got a problem here in Michigan with these rodents out there at nighttime and stuff, which is true. But you see why we have a problem. People just don't care. You see, like, oh, help out, buddy. Take your time. Get across the road.
Actually, I watched a little
beaver.
I watched a little video of somebody stopping traffic to let little ducks and little ducklings, little baby ducklings, across the road. It was very cute.
A duckling's one thing, but around here they stop for skunks and beavers and woodchucks and possums to let them cross. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
And you probably aimed for possums now when you can see them.
I aim to go in the other direction when I see them, so I don't have a repeat.
Yeah, of the albino possum that stole your glasses. Yes.
Oh my God! Yes, we said the word beaver. The chat has went wild. Only on X.
Look how many people love beavers.
Yeah, well, they all love beaver down there. We love beaver right here on X. Wow.
I'm sure you do.
A lot of beaver memes tonight. Okay, rock and roll. We'll move on through to give you something else to burn into your skulls. This is the Muslims' version of the Fix dance.
Oh, yeah.
Take over society, my ass. What
was it? Not the Fix dance. It's not twerking.
The Fix dance. That's their version over there in Gaza Strip.
They got it wrong.
What the hell was that?
I don't know, but it's not okay. No.
Saw that one.
Not okay.
What the hell is that? Yeah.
I don't know.
What the hell? Now your mind's off beaver, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Very much so. No. Y'all, I don't know why you saw this. I apologize wholeheartedly.
Because the Muslims, after I went to Dearborn, they sent an in to say, look, Drax, we're doing the Fix.
That's not the Fix.
Well, since we're talking about it, since they're over there sniffing ass, here we go. Get one of these, Kay.
Oh, God. It's getting worse. It's getting worse.
Be hot
it's
on
getting worse.
Help support the Fix. Getting one of these for your car for friends and family.
Oh, God. They want to see the beaver again. I just know. Oh, my God.
You want to see the beaver one more time? Okay.
Oh, my God.
Let's give him a little more beaver.
Look at that guy. He's holding up the whole road.
Beaver with a tree. Oh, my God.
He's working hard. Don't rush him.
Everyone's just waiting. I love it.
Made it. Good job, buddy. Look at that guy. He's holding up the whole...
Made it. Good job, buddy. I mean, why not say, like, honey, call animal control. Made it. Good job. Yeah. That's why we're
a hard-working beaver.
Oh, my God, man. Probably clogging up somebody's little stream going into their yard. Who knows what that thing's up to?
I don't know.
Yeah, I just say, like I said, how about saying, honey, call animal control. There's a beaver in the road holding up traffic. But no, it's okay, buddy. Keep on going.
There's so much nastiness in the chat right now.
I know. All right, you guys, come on. Speaking of nasty, man, Jasmine Crockett wants to know how she can help out in the state.
Yes. Oh, my God. I love this clip, you guys. This is a great thing going on in Texas. Jazzy Jazz is a little PO'd, a little miffed about the primary and about how she was treated by Mr. Tallarico. So she has not mentioned him. She's not going to help him. She's only helping down ballot. And that can really hurt because the one thing in Texas they need is the black vote. You guys have any folks who are on the fence who are black in Texas, may I suggest you add them to your text and email list.
There you go. Add it up, man. And remember, if you're driving by and see beaver on the side of the road, just keep driving.
In my mind, the best way that I can help the people of Texas is if I go in and I help out on these down ballot races, because typically people rely on the top of the ticket to drag people in. That's the marquee race. That's how you get people to come out. I personally don't feel like the excitement necessarily exists within the Black community, right now. Like I don't feel like they're excited, right? But I do have some amazing Black candidates that are running for office in some of the largest counties. So if I can introduce Black folk to them, that may excite them and get them to the polls. So I'm working backwards.
I think the Black folk are just tired of their crazy shit. So she wants to re-energize, but it's like most of them told them last time, we don't support
I know.
this is. I mean,
I know. I hate that for Jimmy Tallarico. Yeah, what a shame. What a shame that he burned that bridge. He didn't have to be as nasty as he was. He didn't have to be as thoughtless as he was during the primary, but he was, and it's going to cost him now. If we do our jobs in Texas, y'all.
well,
I'm actually going to be there the 9th and the 10th.
What do you think? Jackson Crockett's kind of fell from grace. You used to see her at a presidential run with AOC. Now?
Oh, no, I'm happy. Make her please, God, make her the VP candidate. I know that AOC is looking for a hot dude.
Well, AOC's definitely the front runner compared to her, but a VP candidate.
I can't think of a hot dude on the left. They're not really dudes, are they?
Not anymore.
Just saying, the soy boys over there don't interest me in the least.
Kamala AOC in the end of this.
No, so why not? Let's put Jazzy as the number 2. And so whether it is Rubio or whether it is JD that she's got a debate against, oh, God, that'd be so fun to watch.
Either way, yeah. Either say you will see a classic historical debate between JD Vance and AOC.
Yes.
We will definitely be streaming that live right here on The Fix, I promise you.
Oh, I will sell tickets to those debates. Let me tell you.
Those will sell out. Those will sell out. All right. Democratic Socialist people, okay, they're up to no good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at them.
We have seen that the Democratic Party establishment that we have has to be ripped out. We can actually start to grab hold of the ship of state and steer it in our direction, but it's going to be a violent process.
Our country needs to change, and this Democratic Party needs to change. I was more than glad to go on Hassan's stream. This is we need as Democrats, we need to go into these spaces.
Israel has a plan of creating a greater Israel in the Middle East.
And Eretz Israel would require Israel to expand, quintuple its size by eating up half of Lebanon, parts of Iraq, parts of Egypt, most of Jordan, parts of Iran.
It's not an accident that the same people that will take the AIPAC money take all the other money too. Where they're messaging each other like, oh, there's a war over here. Won't that be profitable for us? What if we started some instability over there?
AIPAC doesn't care about democracy. AIPAC cares about what AIPAC cares about, which is the corporate interests, the billionaire class, and perpetuating this U.S. colony in the Middle East that is only able to exist with our taxpayer support.
It looked like a fun bunch of people for a Friday night party. Wow.
Yeah, a violent overthrow of the Democratic Party. Y'all do you. I mean, they want to get rid of the Senate. They want to expand the Supreme Court to twice its size, if not bigger. They want to only have a House of Representatives. Wonder why? Why could it be that the DSA only wants a more representative form of government? It is representative to have the House and the Senate. That's the way the founders set it up for a very specific reason. And the House of Representatives has been gerrymandered for decades. Wonder if that would continue under their authoritarian rule. They want to get rid of prisons. They want to get rid of the police. They want to get rid of most laws. I mean, it is nauseating what they want to do. But they're all pissed off about AIPAC. Wonder why. Could it be because they're being funded by the Red Green Alliance? Yeah, I think it could be the case. And what's more, they're upset, I think, because the Democratic National Committee continues to take money from places like AIPAC, even though, in fact, it's a 3-1 margin, Dems over Republicans, that they get money.
Right.
It's not even close. It's not even close. Now they're talking about midgets and beavers.
Yeah, and I'm going to accommodate them since they're such a great audience. The tracks never lets you people down. A little
Oh
bit.
God.
Let's take a look.
Husband, are you ready?
Oh my God.
There you go.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
What the Sam Hill is this? Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Nothing like a little trouble in the house, man. Midget
What did
beaver.
I just see?
I had to do it.
What did I just see?
Jason, you can't request something up here and then say, "Oh my God, I was kidding, Drex." You can't do that to me. Come on.
Please, Jason.
Oh, with the
Stop
show.
with your bright ideas. Okay? I have enough to deal with.
It ain't my fault, man. He helped sponsor the place. He opened the door. I went for it.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Speaking of going for it.
Okay, wait. It was also sort of a touch of, 50 Shades of Grey on top.
No, I give it all to the midgets, man. They did a great job. They were glutton for a little punishment.
Oh God.
All right, you guys, moving on through. Minnesota, speaking of glutton for punishment, Jake Lane was arrested in Minnesota after being accused of inciting a riot.
He got in a truck! Fuck you! You fucking punkies! You all punkies! Fuck you! Fuck you! Get the fuck out of here, Jake!
The recreation of the Passion of Christ. Jake Lane was in the back of the truck with a crucifix, and it looked like the Democrats were surrounding him. They were pointing guns at him, but hey, hell, let's arrest him anyway. And his 4 friends, and they were accused of inciting a riot. Because I think they told everybody to meet them there or some shit. But yeah, I mean, he was just doing a rendition of the Passion. So,
You guys know that I do not like Jake Lang very much at all. I don't. I don't like his methods. I think it's more harm than good. Having said that, I find it intriguing that that he's arrested for inciting a riot, yet nobody was during the Summer of Love. No, nobody was arrested for billions of dollars worth of businesses being burned down, people getting hurt in those riots. No.
but I mean,
Governor Walz was not remotely interested in arresting those folks. They just wanted to open the windows at the governor's mansion and smell the burning businesses and call it freedom or something. I don't know quite what.
Jason said it's actually a lovely city. So is Flint. That's what I say. It's a beautiful city. Take your wife and kids there for vacations.
No, because I would be on the hunt for, what was his name? Michael Moore.
Michael Moore, The Trail of Tears.
I don't hear from him anymore, do you?
Don't hear much of Michael Moore anymore. I do remember him during the water crisis. He was down there agging on, going, "This is the Trail of Tears. It's the Trail of Tears. It's the Trail of Stupidity. I hooked the wrong pipe up to the wrong pipeline. It's the Trail of Stupidity." That's all that was.
How quiet he is right now, isn't it?
Yeah, but poor Jake, though. I mean, what happens when you're arrested for inciting a riot that big? What's the charge on something like that? I mean,
well, you'd have to ask. It's obviously a state law. You'd have to ask our resident officer.
If I go down there and incite something, is that covered under the LSD or whatever it is?
Unless they go federal, I don't know. I mean, they tried to do that, with the J6ers, but I imagine it's a state law, and I'll bet you that Jason knows.
Probably a $50 fine. Don't come back. That kind
No,
of
no, not for Jake. No, no.
All right. Well, we wish him luck. Hope he gets out of jail. I know his message is a little extreme, but somebody's got to stand up to these people. Speaking of standing up for stuff, this lady's yard was taken over by bears.
Midnight Circus Home. Party in the mix. Turn it on live. DJ Daly Fix. On the rhythm. Can't resist the play. Just one more hit up. The Daly Fix. Midnight circuit song. Heartbeat in the mix. Turn it on
Hey, you're going on. How cute! Look at that! How cute they are. All that. Imagine what they would do if you let little Winston out, and that was in the backyard.
Yeah, Mama Bear would eat him as an hors d'oeuvre.
They all would. They would team up on little Winston.
I know.
Another
I know.
thing,
Don't tell him
another
that.
clip here, people, where we should be calling animal
It's
control.
Leo.
We're making an internet mockery out of it.
No, it's Leo. And no, we wouldn't do that. I mean, look, those little bears are very cute to watch from indoors, but no, we would not play with the bears, would we?
Yeah.
No, we would not. No.
They would have a
Stop
little Leo
scaring Leo.
pulling on through. Pete Hexleth. He's at it again, doubling down.
Focus, an unrelenting, uncompromising focus on lethality. It means no more DEI. It means no more trannies, just training. It means colorblind, gender neutral, merit-based, back to basics across the board, no matter if you're carrying a rifle or you're working on the...
No more trainees, just training. Doubling down on what he said last week, and I can bet you the nighttime news is probably eating him alive over there in the mainstream media.
I love it. Look, I am a First Amendment absolutist, and so this idea that there are words you can't say, no, sorry. They may be inadvisable, they may take away from the messaging, but I'm sorry, I'm a First Amendment absolutist. And I'm glad he doubled down, because he's exactly right. Why would you want to focus on transgender folks in the military rather than lethality? It boggles the mind when you get off that whole train, right, Leo? Yeah, Leo's very upset about the transgenders.
Yeah, upset last week. They will be upset this week that he made that comment again.
Well, okay, cool.
And it's what they're doing. They were supposed to be scaling all that back in the military, making it a little bit more like it used to be.
Well, yes, they are. They're focusing on lethality.
When they went, when the recruitment dropped, when the woke stuff started, I mean.
Yes, it did, and now the recruitment numbers are up.
There you
Because
go.
it's back to what it should be.
Rock on. All right, everybody, continue to share it out far and wide. Tell them there's no place left to hide. Why? Because we got the receipts.
That the Republican will win the Senate race in Ohio.
Absolutely. Husted's going to win. Rogers is going to win. Collins is going to win. Paxton's going to win. All these swing seats they're talking about, they're red states. Ohio's a great state. Husted's a great candidate. He's already proven that he's a winner, and we're going to continue to be able to win with them. We have like I said, we have the resources. I think he's doing a great job on the campaign trail, and don't be surprised when we win all these.
Don't be surprised when we win all these things. Okay, it's from what I hear, it's pretty good for us right now. We shouldn't get.
No, I mean, it's looking great in the Senate, but we have to do our jobs. It's not over. The fact that the RNC chair is saying he believes that, 53 will be our number. Yeah, Georgia is a hot mess, Lisa. Here's why. It's not just because of Dominion machines. That's not the only reason why. It's because the NRSC sends out some 20-year-old punk kid to be the advisor for the campaign, and they fall all over themselves to follow the advice of someone who's never darkened the doorway of a state. It is upside down and it is backwards. And quite frankly, it's a problem. It's a problem. When you have that level of incompetence, Dems don't necessarily have to cheat. Ossoff has $70 million that he's raised. He's very slick. He's very smooth. And I'm sick to death of these punk kids being sent out from DC. Hi, I'm here to help you, not knowing a damn thing about what really happens in the political worlds that they're going into. If they did a lot more listening, went in earlier and learned the state, or sent people in who know the state, I might have a bit of, more feeling towards the NRSC. I don't. I just don't. So, Leo doesn't like it either. That's why we want to do the coalition, and we want to go and listen to people rather than tell them what their own state's doing, don't we, Leo? Yes. Yeah.
All right, Kay, this was in my newspaper. Is there any truth to this one? I had to ask you about it because I didn't have a chance to look it up. Where to kill Barron Trump? I heard somebody was advertising that out there. Is there any truth in this?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, look, the entire Trump family has, targets on them. They have very, very high levels of security around them for good reason. This is it. That, I mean, yeah, they're after Barron, they're after Ivanka, they're after Tiffany, they're after all of them. Okay, all of them. Laura Trump, every single one of them. And that's nothing new. I can tell you, though, that there was someone who was all over the internet who was talking about, rushing the White House and, everybody with guns and trying to assassinate the president. This idiot didn't even have any clue that it is a federal offense to even threaten the lives of the chief executive. But he was arrested by the FBI yesterday.
Wow. Unbelievable. We'll hope the Trump family stays safe. Another one of these crazy mothers out here we heard about this week, the one that killed her kids, but this is another one. Mother arrested for allegedly eating her 4-year-old son in Australia.
Okay, that goes way beyond the dingo ate my baby. Yeah.
A dingo ate my baby, mate, out the window with this one.
I met that lady.
But you met her?
Her daughter, yes. Her daughter was here on island, and then her mom came over, and I met them both.
You have met?
Here at the property. Absolutely. We got pictures.
Bon appetit. Yeah. Kay has met her. Oh, my goodness.
No, but not this one.
Oh, I think
mother for allegedly eating a 4-year-old son. No, not her.
Right.
Literally.
It's Kay confessing here. Wow.
No, I met the one who the dingo ate my baby. She was
I was like, holy God, how many people who you having down to that island? My Lord. All right. Yeah, disgusting, Lisa. Yeah, I truly thought Kay meant she had lunch with that lady.
No. The dingo ate my baby, Laylee. Yep.
You really did. That's neat. That's neat.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Man, we talked about a little of this earlier. This is what's coming up with the reenactments of the Charlie Kirk thing by Hassan Piker.
So that sparked furious reaction online. Turning Point spokesman Andrew Colvett posting, Hassan Piker is engaging in pure, unadulterated evil. Let's bring on our panel. Caroline Downey, the National Review columnist, and Rich Zeoli, host of the Rich Zeoli podcast. It's great to have you both. So Austin's loss, the congressman that Alex Hogan talked about, was on Fox News Sunday. He was asked about this Piker song that he sang, and this is what he said.
I reject Hassan Piker's ideology, whether it was a seeming to celebrate or at least excuse 9/11.
All right. Rock and roll. So there you go. People are still upset. It is unadulterated evil is what they're calling it. It is.
It is.
Make a big deal out of it. I mean.
It is. He's a sick bastard. And make sure you know what your kids are watching. It's the kids that Hassan Piker is getting to. And he's the one whose insane ideology is really causing problems among the next generations. So if you know that your son or daughter or grandson, granddaughter, niece, nephew are listening to this punk, they're getting all the wrong messages that are contrary to everything that we love about this country. Please monitor what your kids are watching. If they have not been inoculated against this kind of messaging, they could fall for it very easily.
Always. Yeah, be careful. Watch what your kids are watching out there. You are the best. Whatever George Bush said, the best solution is the on and off button sometimes.
And yes, look, my kids did not get, I was that mean mom. They didn't get electronics for quite some time. And so they didn't grow up on it. I didn't use it as, the way to be a babysitter for them. They watched old school Looney Tunes, Veggie Tales. They watched all the old stuff.
They're
They
living
did not get the new stuff.
this new age is living it 24/7 online. And when it
Yeah.
first, I remember when we all used the computer, we went online, but then we still got up and went outside. Still, that's the
Exactly.
Or
And
the-
my kids were involved in sports and all of that. No, it's a failure of parenting for this kind of messaging to take root and take hold. You know, my career was secondary to raising my children. You know, making sure that's my legacy are my kids. And you know, the only reason why my kids got phones when they did was because my daughter was blinded in her left eye and had no way to call me.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times what I've heard was, you know, people saying, "I want to be the friend of my kid. I want to be my kid's friend."
No, no. It's not my job to be a friend. It's my job to be a mother.
I think you can be their friend when they're older and have their life in order. Sure, become their friend, be their buddy, go shopping.
Even then, no, it never stops. It never stops. Trust me. I'm still mom. I will still always be mom. Right?
Yeah, I just see mistakes of friends of mine that they've had trouble with their kids, but they raised them on I'm going to be their friend. I'm going to be their
No,
I don't
you're
want
not there to be their friend. You're there to be their parent.
to be
And they
their
need parents. You know, they actually crave parenting.
And then
Kids
they-
will rise to the level
They'll tell
that you expect of them.
Yeah, and they'll tell you like, well, I don't want to be like my parents, but they turned out pretty okay. They're working and have a good life. Even though their parents were harder on them. But yeah, that's where it starts, I think, when they say, I want to be the friend, I want to be their friend. You know, that's just nuts.
It is. It doesn't work, and it's a disservice to your children when you don't understand that there's that's your legacy is your children. That on your deathbed, you're not going to be sitting there saying, "Gosh, I wish I had worked more." You're not going to be saying that. You know, my kids are my legacy, and that, honest to God, is more important to me than anything I've ever done anyway in my career. They're the ones who had to be my focus, and they still are.
Always, baby, always. Muslims don't take over and occupy the streets to pray in Qatar, Dubai, or Saudi, the birthplace of Islam. It is illegal and considered disruptive. They only do it in the West to assert their dominance. So much true there. I did not know until over there it's a problem, but over here, the hell with our work.
Yeah, it's haram over there in these other Muslim dominated countries. But that's what they do. That's what they're doing is they're disrupting and they're asserting dominance. And they are part of this red-green alliance. It's all about Marxism. Has very little. They want to destroy the West. Period.
And they'll tell you to your face. They'll tell you right to your face. That's what they want to do. Stay strong and stand up to them. All right. A happy birthday goes out to Caroline Levitt over there at the White House.
Can't resist the play. Just one more hit up. The Daly Fix.
Yep.
I love it, baby.
I took my kids to the White House and to the Capitol for every meeting, and they knew that if they behaved, they would get a treat after. So it actually,
Wait. If they behave, they get a treat after you bribe them.
Yes, it was a good experience for them. They learned to deal with adults. They learned to behave in certain situations. They learned the word no, which too many kids haven't heard. Yeah, they learned. In fact, to this day, they know that there are lines that they will not cross with me. But they also knew if they told me the truth about whatever situation, we could deal with it. Where I can't deal with it is when you lie to me.
Yeah. Do you understand what the word no means?
Oh, they did.
I've heard that before to Drax. All right, you guys, tomorrow night, it's Tuesday. We'll be taking the week off Joker's Wild as we rebranded a lot, as we're going to be doing more of a discussion format thing. We're going to have superheroes on next Tuesday at 10 p.m. EST, so no Joker's Wild this week. But Friday nights at 9 p.m. EST, there's only one place to be, Joe Lanoux and the Night Court crew in his hit show, The Grand Jury. 9 p.m. EST Friday nights on X Live and Rumble, followed by the After Space with Joe Lanew. And you'll find the 3D Response Boys hanging out there too. It's a great show. Tune in, be a part of the grand jury. If you want to be a guest on the show, make sure you get a hold of me or Miss Daly, and we'll get a hold of Joe Lanew and get you a shot at the grand jury.
And they have a great After Space too.
Always. There's only one solution for school safety, the multi-layer solution, 3dresponse.com.
All our thoughts and prayers are with the people in Colorado.
His thoughts and prayers are with them.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families.
My thoughts and my prayers.
Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims.
The thoughts and prayers.
That makes a difference.
Thoughts and prayers make a
difference.
This
is not the first time. Our thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts. Our thoughts and prayers today are with the victims.
Our thoughts and prayers should obviously be with the 10 victims.
3dresponse.com, the multi-layer solution, the only solution to keep those kids safe. Rise above the debate. Go to their website, download the literature to hand out to your school boards and your communities, and also check out their merch. You can support them that way, 3dresponse.com. Thursday night, the fastest growing space on X. That's right. It's Lisa, it's JB, it's the Joker, and Factor Foolery.
Raise your chin, take the floor. Factor Foolery, hit the score.
That's right, Thursday nights at 8 p.m. EST. Join it down there on X Spaces. Factor Foolery. Step up, tell your story, and the crowd will decide whether you told a fact or a lie, man. A fib or a tale. It's all a bunch of having to raise hell down there on X
It's a great show. I have a great time every time I go there. I mean, it is so fun. I've got a new one for this week, perhaps.
Do you? I knew it. Well, don't tell us if it's Factor
No,
Foolery.
no.
It is a great show, man. Make sure you guys tune in at 8 p.m. EST on X Spaces, man, and show JB, Lisa, and Joker your support. We know we'll be there. We're there every Thursday. Love it. Love it. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in tonight to the Daily Fix. K, that wraps it up. It is Monday. Another one in the bag. We'll be back Wednesday night at 8 p.m. EST. Same K time, same Drax channel. You got Winston. Is he ready to go? I think we might have bored him today, right?
No, he liked the animal parts.
I like it. See, that's what I'm doing them for, boss. I'm
He
trying
liked
to.
it. He liked the animals.
Oh my goodness. All right, it is recorded, man. So let's beat the algorithm. Continue to share it out throughout the night to everyone you get in sight. That makes it all right. Thank you all for coming in. Without you, it would not be possible. There's plenty of X spaces for your listening entertainment from the boardwalk to the boulevard going on right now. If you can't be good, take your ass out to those X spaces. Come off mute, see if she gives you the boot. Direct message her immediately and say, look, we don't care if you blocked us or not. We're just bad.